Hey guys, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right or not, but I guess we will see as we go along. I'm not sure if my microphone is working. This is the first time I've ever used OBS, so I'm still struggling through it, so I apologize, guys, but hopefully this is a little bit cooler than me recording on my phone because I actually have a computer now. Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about this story that came out. This website is actually nonnews.com, but it's been reported all over the place, the Jerusalem Post, etc. This says an Israeli security chief exposed the fact that we've actually had contact with extraterrestrials. A retired Israeli general has claimed humanity has already made contact not just with aliens, but with a quote unquote galactic federation. And the Galactic Federation is something that you've heard since people thought that aliens lived on Venus back in the 50s. Sometimes this is called the Ashtar Galactic Command. Sometimes this is known as like the Federation or a Federation of Planets. Very much like Star Trek, this is a governing body of the galaxy that incorporates many extraterrestrial races, supposedly, and those extraterrestrial races work as a republic or a democracy, one of the two, and they are allies of one another, and they basically keep the order of the galaxy. Ashtar Galactic Command is named after, I guess, the head of their military, supposedly, Ashtar, which ironically, or not ironically, but weirdly, the name of a very popular demon that Bartholomew, one of the disciples of Jesus, actually fought. And I guess you can't really say fought, but struggled against this demon, Ashtaroth. This comes from Astarte, etc. But you've had people claim that the Ashtar Galactic Command has made contact with people here on Earth. Continuing with the article, it says, speaking to one of Israel's most popular news outlets, 87-year-old Professor Haim Eshed claimed that the majority of humanity has been kept unaware of the contact and was not deemed ready for the news. If I had come up with what I am saying today 5 years ago, I would have been hospitalized. He actually said that we are not just in communication with these aliens, but they are living amongst us, that they are here right now, and that Donald Trump was very close to exposing this alien agenda or this disclosure. If you don't know by now, they've been putting out a ton of information about UFOs over this last year. The first few months of the pandemic, you had the Pentagon releasing videos of this so-called Tic Tac UFO. And you had other UFO stories that were finally getting some attention in the mainstream media. This is everything from the Disclosure Project, which, you have different, like Colonel Corso, that said that aliens had, or at least flying saucers of some kind, unidentified flying objects, were sitting above military bases and turning off nuclear warheads and turning them on, depending on how they did it. But these extraterrestrials were literally using... I wonder if this is even working. I don't know if this is working or not. I'll have to check back, I guess. But these extraterrestrials supposedly have been here since 1947 in Roswell, since the first atomic bomb test. A lot of people think that this radioactive signature was kind of like a homing beacon that allowed them to become aware of our existence, or at least more interested in what we were doing here on planet Earth. This also lines up with Project Paperclip and a lot of Nazi scientists who are working on UFO technology, flying saucer technology. For instance, Die Glocke, or the Bell. These German scientists were all captured at the end of World War II after VE Day, and these scientists were brought back to America, Nazis, to help us with our space program. That's how you have von Braun, literally an ex-Nazi, high in the Nazi party, becoming head of NASA. NASA and the Nazi Party are intrinsically linked. They are 100% together. And the United States Navy, not the Air Force, has been working on these craft that have been reverse engineered and engineered by German scientists. Supposedly, they got this information from what you could call a medium, someone from the Vril Society, or women rather. They would use their long hair as antenna to talk to people from other planets in our galaxy. They claimed that using their hair as antennas, they could mentally communicate with Aldebarans. This is in the Taurus constellation, the Eye of Taurus. And it's a red dwarf in that they've lived there for quite a long time, supposedly. They told the people in the Vril Society, these women, that they would assist them in building spaceships / aerial vehicles that were way beyond what humans could do. Anti-gravity, artificial gravity for the inside of the ship, inertial dampeners to cut down on the G-forces when making really impossible turns in something like a jet. I mean, you would be flattened moving at 9,000 miles per hour and taking a sudden right turn. You would just be crushed. But apparently these extraterrestrials, they helped the Vril Society come up with the idea for the flying saucer. I don't know if this is true or not, but I do believe the Germans were in possession of anti-gravity aircraft. If you look into this, you'll find several different designs. You'll find the Andromeda mothership, which is a long silver cigar-shaped UFO that can hold within it multiple small flying saucers that the Germans named the Haunebu. A lot of people think that this anti-gravity drive uses mercury-based plasma that they spin up to 150 RPMs, cooled down to 100 atmospheres, pressurized, and then using this mercury that it's spinning in a centrifuge and stimulated by electricity, it creates this dimple in time and space, a bubble outside of the gravitational influence of terrestrial bodies close by. These quote-unquote flying saucers were able to fly underwater in our atmosphere and in space by creating this gravitational bubble around the starship itself. This gravitational bubble would make it so that inertia is canceled out by over 99%. This means you can travel at insane speeds. And it would feel like you're just traveling in a go-kart. So I don't know if this information was given to them by the Taurans, like they claim, or if this is just good old-fashioned German engineering. But they have very much perfected this technology. Roswell was not an alien crash. That was a reverse engineered flying saucer that the American government was test flying, and it crashed. They were working on this to create weapons of war, extremely advanced fighter aircraft, but also in the future to stage a possible false flag alien invasion in order to unite the world together. I don't know if this would have worked or not, but it's a very clever idea. If you saw genetically engineered human chimeras that looked almost alien, and they are being robotically controlled by some kind of neural interface that allowed you to have remote access to the everything from the gestures to the voice of these quote-unquote aliens. You could literally pilot them back underground in the United States and use them like drones with fake aliens inside. This was the plan. This was going to happen. We were setting this up for the 80s. However, some events that got in the way, which I'll go into at another point in time, made it so that this false flag alien invasion was impossible. So since they started working on these flying saucer ideas, they perfected it. Now they have the TR-3B. TR stands for triangle. 3, blue, means it's a third version. Blue means Nazi or alien technology. I'm unsure which, but blue is always used as a code word for alien technology or for Nazi technology. Possibly because of blue eyes. I'm not certain. However, the TR-3B is shaped like a triangle. It has a purple glowing center to it that flashes whenever it's directly above you, and it looks like a pyramid in an eye. The reason they made this a triangular craft is because it suits their esoteric philosophy. It's very much pyramidal. Now you have this ex-security chief saying that the Galactic Federation has actually been in contact with our leaders on planet Earth. This is incredible. The secrecy notwithstanding, Professor Eshid said aliens and U.S. scientists were working together in an underground base on Mars to unravel the mysteries of the universe. I don't know if this is true or not, but you have someone from high up in the Israeli government claiming this. This could all just be propaganda. This could just be a trick. This could be the way that they plan on uniting the world together still. I'm not certain, but they are pushing disclosure very, very heavily. I think that if Hillary Clinton were to have been president, we would have had John Podesta give us some form of disclosure. Whether or not this information would be correct or lies, I'm not certain. But this is how it would work. You would have John Podesta and his team revealing quote-unquote evidence of extraterrestrials visiting planet Earth. Because Trump got elected, I think that plan got moved back to Joe Biden. This kind of news is so big that it would change the landscape of human philosophy and psychology for the rest of eternity. They want to do this so that you feel even smaller than you currently do. COVID was created in order to create a scenario where people would be too scared to leave their house. They would listen to everything the government told them. A lot of small businesses would get destroyed. And then whenever Joe Biden runs for presidency, they'll be able to steal the election. It worked flawlessly. Now that we have Joe Biden as a president-elect, a lot of the big advantages we saw popping up with Trump will dissolve. You'll see the transatlantic partnership pick back up again. You'll see China start to take these jobs back that Trump's tried to move back to America. You'll see trade lifting up China, and you'll see the social credit system that they implement in China slowly be rolled over to America. This will be a dystopian nightmare of a society. Man, I hope you guys can hear me. I might just go ahead and get off now. This is kind of just a test to see if it worked. I got a solid 14 minutes out, though. Let me know what you guys think of this setup that I'm doing right now with Streamlabs. If you guys prefer this, I mean, we can do everything. I mean, we can watch videos together. We can do whatever you guys want to do for now. And so I'm pretty stoked about that. So yeah, comment, subscribe, like the video, even though it probably sucked. And next time I get back on, I'll have a little bit more prepared for you. But this is mainly just a test to see if it worked. and it seems like it did. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off here now. I'll leave you guys to watch some of my other content while I'm preparing for a new video I'm going to put out tomorrow. Oh, audio is good? Heck yeah. Man, I finally got a microphone. I've never had a microphone before, and I got a computer. I haven't had a computer since like 2003. So I'm pretty stoked about it, to be honest with you. I would like to start doing this every single day for about an hour. If you guys are down, I mean, there's so much news going on right now. There's no reason why I can't. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to watching the last episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian, and I'll catch you guys on the flip flop. Like I said, subscribe. Let me know if the setup works for you guys, and I'm kind of eager to listen to it myself just to see if everything worked out. I'm pretty excited. I don't know how super chats work, but that's also very exciting. So maybe I might actually be able to make some money talking to you guys at some point. I don't know. Probably not. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to my rant about Israel exposing the fact that extraterrestrials are in contact with us. You have had a lot of disclosure popping up this last year. And like they say, never let a good crisis go to waste, and they won't. If they need something to shake up the human mind in order to get us off of thinking about, our businesses getting destroyed, divorces, all of the negative aspects of this lockdown, people committing suicide because they lost their business, children not able to go to school, so parents have to quit work to stay at home with them. I mean, they need to rewrite human mentality. And a way to do that is disclose or make up a false disclosure. This will make people focused on nothing but that. So that might be coming down the tubes. So keep an eye out for it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I